Hello, good morning, and welcome to another Monday morning art talk. I hope that my sound is getting better. I just bought this new microphone that I have here. It's called a Blue Snow. I don't know, it looks pretty cool, and I thought, look at that thing, and it got good ratings. So I'm hoping that it works well. Maybe I need to move it just a little bit closer. I'm trying my best. So today, before I get started, I just want to mention something in regards to conventions real quick. A lot of you guys know that I'm going to DesignerCon. When I announced that, and through not going to CTN, the creator and owner of the CTN network of the DesignerCon, and his name is Ben, and he reached out to me and he let me know there became this huge spike, and now he has almost about 400 people on the waiting list. I need to shut my door because I'm hearing my neighbor. Um, and so now he has around 400 people on the waiting list, and he was just asking if I could let anyone know out there that he's going to try to get back in contact with a lot of you guys, just to let you know, but really just that he has good intentions. He wants to do things right. He's got all your information, and just hold tight. There's actually talks of just some great stuff happening. I won't fill you in just yet. But at the DesignerCon, you get like I believe it's $10 to get in. There's a 10 by 10 booth that you get, but just hold on tight for anyone who's on the list. It's going to be growing, so don't feel that you shouldn't try to even get on the email list with him, because you never know. It's like Comic-Con has about over probably 1,000 people on the waiting list now just to get into Comic-Con. But not to say that you can't get in, right? You try, you keep making that effort, and you keep trying, and you put your name out there, and you hope that maybe someone drops out and you're going to be the one who's going to be called. Okay. So today's art talk, I wanted to just discuss it's a simple concept really of just being overwhelmed with everything that you have to do in life, because these are the things that I'm always thinking about, and this is where a lot of my discovery comes from, because I think about these things so much. I don't know why I do. I just do. It just occupies my mind to where I could be in a funk one day, but again, that awareness, and I try to snap myself out of it. So these are the things that I do to bring that awareness. And one of those things is where we get so caught up and overwhelmed in all the little minutia of things that have to be done. It just gets overwhelming. Every day brings something. We don't know what's going to happen. Like last week, I got a flat tire. The day after that, I got my projector blew up on my machine. We don't know what's going to happen at any given moment. So all of a sudden now I'm presented with a brand new task, which I didn't even think about. It wasn't on my list. It wasn't on my calendar that these things were supposed to happen. Or that email that you get, and all of a sudden you got to respond to that, or whatever it may be. There's 50 billion things that happen all the time. So the idea behind it is, if you really think about all those things, it's dang, man, it's just like so much. It's just like you can go crazy. Oh my God, I got to do this, and this is happening. And then we start projecting, and we start thinking into the future a bit. Oh my God, tomorrow, what we got to do to, oh my God, next Thursday, I got this happening. All these things that are coming, all these things that are down the road, yet we're getting so preoccupied and thinking about it like it's all happening right now, and it's all at once. When the reality is, it isn't. It's not all happening at once. It's not, you can only do one thing at a time. So my sort of mind solution to this, as far as trying to think about balancing it, because that's what it comes down to, balance, is, I think, an acceptance. It comes down to the point, like when you can accept or just be aware that yes, all this stuff is happening, all this stuff is going to happen, but that's what it's all about. That's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to do these things. If we're not doing all these little things in the day, feeding the dogs, taking the kids to school, going to lunch, having to do our work, having to pay the bills, having to take out the trash, having to walk the dogs, having to go pick someone up, having to go drop someone up. I mean, you name it. Boom, 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 boom. All the laundry list of things. Have to study, have to practice, have to, all these things. what else are you going to do? You think you just kind of want to sit and do nothing, but the reality is you cannot just sit and do nothing. It's nice every now and again do it. I'm right there with you. I do it, but if for only so long, you got to rest. You got to take those breaks throughout the day. You can't just keep going. But I think the reality is just know that that's what your life is made up of. Your life is made up of the projects you're creating for yourself. Your life is made up of that job that you chose to take that now you have these responsibilities. Your life is made up of all these things. So let it be. Hey, let it be. Thank you, Beatles. Just let it be and just let it be what it is and let the cards fall where they may, so to speak, right? So, and when we start to just, I think, become more aware of that and we accept, hey, this sucks, this is good, this is bad, whatever, that's what it's all about. You're not supposed to do anything else, because if you were supposed to be doing something else, you'd be doing something else. You'd be working at that other job, you'd be with that other person, you'd be this and this and that. You know, all those things would be what they're supposed to be. So when you just say, okay, that's what it is, and I'm just going to do it, I think you can start to pull that worry and that frustration away from your life. And I'm telling you this because it works for me when I do that. When I check myself and I go, there it goes again. It's that voice in the head. It's that little tricky bastard trying to come in and trying to make me think that it's something different when it's not. What it is just life. This is what you have to do. So when you accept that and just do what you're supposed to do, accept what your life is, and that's what you do. So stop worrying so much about all this overtask and you're so overwhelmed and all this. Just do what you're gonna do, one thing at a time. Eventually you'll knock it off your list and you'll be good. Think about, there's certain things which I would say is don't overdo it. I think you got to know when to pull back and say that sometimes it's just a little bit too much for you and you just got to pull back on the reins. And I'm going to tell you something that I did, and you guys know my story with the Mad magazine. And never in a billion years would I ever think that I would be telling you this right now. But I was asked to do a specific job for Mad magazine, and it was a lot more complicated. It was going to be a bigger thing, a bigger job. And I turned it down. I turned it down but for the sake of quality, because I did not want to do it. I knew that I have so many things going on and I'm doing so much right now that all in balance, but to the point where I'm not going to kill myself, where I had to pull back for the integrity of myself and know that I didn't want to do a bad job. And this is why I won't take on certain jobs with clients, because I don't want to give them a bad job. I don't want to give them bad work. So this is why I'm going to say no. And you've got to at certain times, but luckily the thing is they gave me a smaller job and I was able to take that. So I didn't abandon my Mad magazine, my baby, my love, my everything, the magazine that gave me my life. But the thing is that you sometimes got to know just to say no to certain things and not just kill yourself, because where's the fun in that? Where's the fun if you're constantly working so much, you've taken on so much stuff that you don't ever get to relax, and then you feel like your life is just spiraling down into because it's just every day is like, this is so miserable, it's so hard, I can't keep up, I can't do this. A lot of that, just remember, you have the choice. You have the choice. Sometimes you don't want to walk away from a situation, but you're going to have to walk away from a situation. And I'm just going to give you what I learned from one of my favorite books of all time, which was written by a guy by the name of Eckhart Tolle, who wrote this book called Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. Now, I'm going to tell this to a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys may have read this and may go out and get it now, and maybe some of you guys just won't and go, oh, that's a good idea. But I encourage you, if you hear someone mention something good, just maybe partake in it or just try to research it, do something. But what he said in that book, which was so profound to me, which I carry with me every day, is there are only 3 things you can do in any situation. 3. And just think about it in the words CAR, C-A-R. So 3 things you can change. Number 1 is C. You can either change the situation, A, accept the situation, or R, remove yourself from the situation. Those are the three things you can do in any situation. And sometimes you got to make that choice to change it. And sometimes you got to make that choice to remove yourself from a situation. And sometimes you just have to accept what it is, depending on, your own story, your own life. And those are the things that you have to consider and that you have to really think about. And I think maybe thinking about those can really help you in any situation so that you don't get overwhelmed. But the reality is just enjoy this, enjoy what it is, enjoy what you have to do. Know you got a bunch of stuff to fill that you got to take care of, but that's what your life is and that's what it involves. And when you accept that, I think it becomes a lot easier. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Thanks so much. My Kickstarter is going to be launching September 15th. And I'm telling you guys, because you guys who listen and watch, I have an early bird sort of special there, which is limited. And since you guys know about it, you guys will be the first ones on there. Man, I'm excited about this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Hello, this is Steven, and I just wanted to tell you about this cool thing that I'm doing right now through my website at silvertunes.com. It's a Skype mentorship. In a sense, what I want to do is just talk to you, meet you, tell me about things that are happening in your life, see if there's anything that I could do to help you. I can look over your artwork, do your portfolio, and just maybe try to push you in the right direction that you want to take your life and your journey. All right, so you can go to silvertunes.com, go to classes, click on mentorship, and you can learn all about it. We can try to arrange a time, set up a date. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And I just wanted to make it just very affordable, just to open it up, because I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the planet. It's a really cool thing, and with this technology, why not? So that's it. Thanks. Whoa! Hey! Go back. Go back.
Go back.
Great. Go back. Go back. Ha ha ha.